Hey tribe, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Andree. If you haven't been here before, and my video today is gonna be I'm gonna be talking about trends today. Today is a new day. I have been thinking and plotting and all that Jimmy stuff about where to take my channel next. So like, without making a big deal out of it, I am going to be talking about, you are going to be seeing my face a lot more, I'll just say that. Hopefully you guys like the new content. I'm really excited about it. I think you guys are going to love it. Today's video though, is about trends I really wish died, and I really wish kind of phase out or completely go, like end 2021, beginning 2022. I kind of want to not see them anymore. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it anymore. Yeah, so let's talk about them. Number one for me, it's those baby hairs. It's those baby hairs. The baby hairs are officially doing too much. It's officially too much. And the thing about it is, I love baby hairs. I actually love them. I love a little curvature. I love a curve. I love it because I just think it just gives a certain chef's kiss to hairstyles. I think it's something so cute. If you actually have baby hairs, like if the hairs are broken, we accept them. I accept them as baby hairs because you know what? We can't judge everything. If the hairs are broken, they pass. If the baby hairs are baby hairing naturally, obviously they pass. We know what we're trying to do. We know what we're trying to get to. We know what we're trying to do. We understand. Most people understand the assignment. Most people do. Like, a little baby hair here and there never hurt. A struggle baby hair we even accept. But it's the fringes. It's the fringes who are now pretending to be baby hairs. I basically have a problem with. They're so thick. I have seen baby hairs touch eyebrows. I have seen baby hairs which are too thick to really pass for baby hairs, and I just think it's getting a bit wild out here. I think it's too much. I think we need to let it go. I think we should go back to basics, and I think like old school is always good. So like, if you've got a small forehead like me, where the space between your eyebrow and your, like the end of that part of your hairline is quite close, and you wear a frontal, and then you have the extreme baby hairs, that's where I feel my problem comes, because I just think that some of the frontals are doing too much. I think some people who do baby hairs do too much, but the frontal game is fantastic. Like, I've seen it has evolved immensely. But when I see some of these baby hairs, some of the deep side parts and some of these baby hairs, it's a lot for me. It takes a lot for me to take my eyes away from it. It really kind of deters from the hairstyle, and they are such beautiful hairstyles, and I'm almost pleading to get rid of the excess baby hairs. It's just too much. I think whereas it should be a little bit of baby hair, it's now becoming the whole corner of the wig, and I just need it to stop. I don't mind the baby hair trend as much. I'm just thinking like the leave out baby hair trend that's happening, where people are really just leaving the hairline out and curling it in a certain way, or adding baby hairs or whatever it is. Like, I think we're just, you know, this is the cliff and we're doing this to it. So I just think we just need to kind of not cancel, but reduce. We need to reduce the amount of baby hairs and the amount, yeah, I don't even have the words, but I just think that one there is a must. We need to bring it back to what it used to be, because it was beautiful, and we're just going too far. My second one, do you know what, I don't really know if this is so much of a trend, but it definitely is something that I'm just like, my heart kind of clutches a little bit whenever I see it. It's the amount of extra tight, extremely tight ponytails that I'm seeing. It's alarmingly bad. I'm finding that people are just doing a lot. Like the hair follicles, every time I see someone come in and they said that they've had a ponytail, or they show me a ponytail on Instagram, I kind of silently think inside my head, your follicles, your follicles, your follicles. And some of them have been done so badly or so tight that the hair is broken in the middle. Now, the thing about ponytails is that you want them to be secure, but you don't necessarily need them to be super, super tight. I don't want to see wrinkles at the back of your head. I don't want to see your follicles pop in. I don't want to see all of that. Now, in the Afro hair community, we know what it is. A ponytail is not something that you do for a day. It definitely is more of a longer protective style. Protective, used loosely. So for me, I would love it to be sort of like a weekend hairstyle, something to just get you through. But a lot of people use them to have like half up, half down. Like I'll pop some pictures of the ones that I love, and again, they don't have to be tight and they are secure. A little bit of gel goes a long way, a little bit of wax, and just the right steps to make it last without compromising your hair. And I think it's really important to make sure that you go to someone who's educated about that, because most people just want you to get your hair really, really tight. If you think about it, celebrities that do it, they have a whole team of people that are going to take care of it, fling extensions into it and just sort the whole thing out. And most of the time it doesn't really last on the hair for a long period of time. So I'm just really kind of saying, like, if you're gonna do that hairstyle, make sure that it's not too tight and you are thinking about your hair after. My third one is also more of a concern. I love me some braids, but you guys, it's too much. The jams, it's too much. Okay, we need to stop with the jams, the extreme jams. Like, what happened to the days when a little bit of cream, a little bit of oil, a little bit of just technique made the hairstyle last? I know we're moving with the times, but if you guys know, you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm a simple person, I'm a simple baby girl. I just would like for people to know that hairstyles don't need to be loaded with products to get the end result. Less is more. Treat your hair before the hairstyle. Make sure that you wash your hair. Like there are simple steps to make your hair thrive. And I'm just finding that with the braidists that are out there right now, we've seen a lot. And I'm not talking about, when I talk about these things, I'm not like targeting anyone in particular, but where there's good, there's always bad. And I'm just saying, the extreme use of jams, and I'm going to call them very unhealthy amount of jam that's used in the braids. What happens is, when they come in to do their next set of hairstyles, the hair's matted, the grease, there's been too much jam or whatever used into the hair. So now the hair is clammed up, it's thirsty, it's breaking, it's knotted, and all of these things because there weren't simple steps being taken care of, i.e. making the client wash their hair themselves. Most people don't even really know how to wash their hair or cleanse their hair properly. So I just feel like there's a lot of things that are being missed, and that's not really what I'm talking about right here. But I'm just saying that the extreme use of jams, I just want to see us use what we used to do braids. I used to do braids all the time and I never had to use all of that stuff, and the braids lasted. So I want to know, what's the difference? You know, what is the real difference? And there are so many products now on the market which are on trend, which are in par with what we need to make our hair go to that next level, which are amazing. You know, I will plop some of them up on the screen, but honestly guys, like, I'm so concerned about the amount of jam and like the amount of it that's used for braids now. It's actually ridiculous. Now this last one, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of shade. Am I gonna get a lot of shade? I'm gonna say it anyway. Guys, extension wigs. Extension wigs. It's very strange to me. I don't get it, I don't understand it, I don't like it. I've been trying to understand it since it's come out. Like, it's, for me, it's overstayed its welcome. Like really, really overstated. The aunties have really grabbed onto it. I have seen them. And the thing is, I have seen some great ones, but me personally, there are certain hairstyles in this world which I think really should have a turnover of 1 to 2 days, or they should have their for purpose theatre, filmmaking, photo shoots. I think that is where that's the category where essential wigs lie for me. I think that they belong on stage, whatever the stage may be. If it's a movie screen, if it's a photo shoot, whatever, that's where it belongs for me. I think braids are braids, and extension and wigs should be just that. I don't get it, because it's the same amount of time. Why would you want to have a braid wig where you can have the actual braids? And I get it, you save time, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I just don't. It's probably like the bane of my life. Like that braids one takes me all the way out. It takes me all the way out. I love, and it always looks so good on screen, but I just think 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it just doesn't look good. It's not a good look. It doesn't look authentic. Like there's something about braids and wig braids that just doesn't really marry. It doesn't do this for me. And I don't know, like, this is not a disrespect to anybody. I just think that we just need to leave it for those kind of things. Like, I've seen them in films, I understand what they're for, but we just need to go. No. And that's, yeah. Number 5 is, now this one's a little bit tricky because I kind of like it, but I still want it to go. So we're talking about the strips right at the front. I think it's been over exaggerated. Now it's just turned into a block of colors. Like, I love the peekaboo hairstyles. I love those. I just did one on one of my best friends about 2 months ago, and I absolutely love it. I know that people who are colorists think it's kind of like a step back because you know, we've come so far when it comes to color. I know that color has moved in a direction where people just believe that it shouldn't really have gone to what it is now, which is a block of color. But I really love how especially the Afro community is really embracing it and really bringing like just different things to it. Like, I've seen so many different ways it can be done. For a long time when I was a little girl, I looked at a lot of, and so even when I was growing up, and even sometimes now, I look at what Europeans can do with their hair, and I just feel so proud that we can do the same things with our hair. So in that sense, I'm very, very happy about it. I love the block color of it, but there's something about it that is just a bit too blocky for me, and I just don't think that it suits everything. I kind of feel like I prefer it on the side, I prefer it at the back. Like, the peekaboo style is much more, I think you can kind of style that much more. It looks a lot more sleek, it looks a lot more elegant, it looks funky. It's definitely something that if you flip your hair, you can see it. You know, it's almost giving Cruella, it's giving Storm, but in a nice little way. Like, I think that the placement of it, if it's on the side, is a lot more better than when it's right there bang in the middle. It's just, there's something about it that just doesn't even really sit well with me. And specifically when it's just the 2 strips, 1, 2, those 2 in particular, I haven't gotten used to it, and I just think it would just look so much better if it was blended through a little bit more. There was a bit of rootage going on, you know, kind of like a balayage effect where it's there and it's beautiful and it's accentuating your skin tone, it's accentuating your waist. I don't really think it's accentuating your waist, it's accentuating your face, your features. I just don't think that's really happening. I think there's just a blocks of color. I don't think people are really thinking it through. Ooh. And I don't think that we're taking into consideration like the color chart. Like, some of the colors are just blonde, which are not toned, and it's just not giving what it's supposed to give for me. So I mean, that one I'm very much on the fence with, because I definitely love a peekaboo, but I love it when you know that the person has done the color correctly. Like, it's a nice blonde, or it's a nice copper, or it's a nice blue, whatever it is, and then the haircut is sharp, and I think that is beautiful. But when I'm just seeing, you know, you wanted to do the trend, you kind of grabbed your hair and did 2 pieces, I just don't think that is showcasing creativity. It's just a little bit all over the place for me. So I really hope to see that one go too. What are the trends that you would like to not see? Let me know. What are the things that kind of, I mean, I'm not talking about so much annoying you, but what are the trends that you would like to not see? I mean, for me, it's definitely those. I am over it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.